first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield on play action. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, now Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about. Turnovers.
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mayfield off the play fake. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone, makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Joe Tryon in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And here's Hunter Nicewander now. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. We're scoreless after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Brady. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Brady to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Now Brown. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On play action, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Brady again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's go. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Point it right. Wrong football. Hey, check back 3.
Now Mayfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw.
And targeting Godwin once more, this time complete.
Touchdown,
Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 37 yards. And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Mayfield now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
54 is Mike. 54. Hey, over 33. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
45. Mike, 45. Coming this way. Here we go.
Throwing. Mayfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it second and 5.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And again, it's Chubb. Running right through him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 7-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Brady will look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Reuben Foster picks it. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you...
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. To try again after the sack, Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, let's get there. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Push him back. King. Check 31, check 31.
They go play action. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And again, it's Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield off the play fake. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now Yeah, they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 29, Browns 17.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Defense wins championships, baby. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Mayfield on play action. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Hey, check Mike.
Play fake. Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Swings this out for Hunt. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And McPherson on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Buccaneers 36.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.